morning. This is going to be a short practice for those who are short on time in the morning but still want to get in their yoga practice to lubricate the joints, to energize you for your day and release any lingering tension in the body from lying still all night. You won't need a lot for this practice. If you typically like to use blocks, you can have those nearby. Maybe a blanket to support you in seated meditation afterwards if you have time, or for your knees. But that's all you need. And we're going to start moving slowly, assuming that you've just woken up and you're tired. You're in that sort of what we call in yoga, that tamasic state. As we start getting moving, we're going to move a little faster than maybe we would in an evening practice. So let's start on our backs. Come to lie down. If your low back is comfortable with it, you can go ahead and straighten your legs. So starting in savasana. You're welcome to roll a blanket under your knees, or if this is really not comfortable for your lower back, you can keep the knees bent. But take a moment here to check in. Notice your state of energy. If you just woke up again, you might be a little sleepy still. Maybe you feel a little frazzled if you didn't sleep well. Or maybe you feel fully rested. Notice your breath. Notice if you're breathing slowly, quite normal. Just begin to become aware of your breath. So you're just saying, good morning, breath. Thank you for being here. Take a big breath in and really feel the whole breath in your body. And exhale and release all the breath out. Taking another deep breath in, feel the belly rise, the ribs expand and the chest lift. And exhale and side out. Again, deep breath in, belly, ribs and chest. Slowly exhale it out. And then start to circle your feet. So just lying here on your back, circling the ankles, beginning to wake up your feet, circling in one direction, and then switch the direction of the circle, circle the other way. Notice any tightness, any tension in your feet. And then inhale and reach your arms overhead, and reach your arms away from your feet. Take a deep breath. And exhale and allow the lower ribs to come down onto the mat. So notice if you're really arching your spine, try to press the ribs down into the floor and reach a little bit longer. Maybe reach your right fingertips away from your right leg, your right toes, so you stretch that side of your body. And exhale, release, and then inhale and stretch the left side of your body long. And exhale, release. Start to draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. Reach your left leg away from you. You might take your knee a little bit side to side. And then take your right arm inside that knee, and you're going to grab the outer edge of your right foot and start to draw it up towards the ceiling. Half happy baby pose. So the elbow comes inside the leg, the knee comes sort of outside of your torso. And you can take your left hand and press the left leg down, left hip down. Or you can reach that arm over your head. Big breath in. And then exhale, release. Take that right knee across the body now. If you can, step your right foot outside the left leg, or you can place it on the left thigh, and then take that knee over. And resist the stretch. So it's okay if the right hip comes off the floor, but imagine trying to place it back down. So the hip's trying to stay down and the left hand is taking the knee across. Just noticing that sensation in your right hip. Breathe. And then draw both knees together. We're going to take this right hand, so right shoulder's on the floor. Take both arms out to the side. And we're going to start to circle that right arm. So palm face down. Keep it close to the floor and in touch with the floor until you reach your body. And then you'll just sweep across the body. And then circle that arm over your head. So it's helpful here to imagine lying on a clock. And your right arm is the arm of the clock. It's just going to go all the way sweeping around you. And then when it gets up to 12 o'clock, you're going to turn palm face up and come back to the starting position. Now, if you have any shoulder issues and you can't quite, this upper part here might be difficult. You might just do the lower part and then bring the arm back and skip the upper part if you have any shoulder issues. We're going to add on to this movement. So as you lie here with the arms in 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock, turn your head towards 6 o'clock. Or I'm sorry, it's probably towards 3 o'clock. Then take that right arm down and across and look behind your shoulder to 3 o'clock. So you're going to turn your head in the opposite direction of your arm. Looking over your shoulder as right arm comes to 3 o'clock. And looking to the left when your right arm comes to 6 o'clock. Just working through all of the motion of the shoulder. And then pause there, and we'll draw both knees in into Apanasana, like child's pose, but on our backs. Maybe rock a little side to side, stretching out the lower back. And then bring those feet down. We're going to do that on the other side. So draw the left knee in, straighten your right leg, reach it away from you. Hug that knee into your chest. Take the left arm inside the left leg, grab the outside of your left foot and start to take it up to the sky. So elbow inside the knee, knee outside the torso, half happy baby. Maybe you reach your right arm over your ear. Stretch the right side, breathe. And then go ahead, take that left knee and you're going to start to take it across your body. Take your left foot either to your thigh or to the floor. Right hand on the outside of that left leg and start to stretch it across. And then just resist a little bit with your hip. So you'll just feel maybe a deeper sensation. And breathe. We'll stretch for the outer hip. And you can release that arm out to the side, so arms are in a T. Start to bring your knees together, and then we'll circle that left arm around the clock face. So when your left arm comes back to 3 o'clock, turn your head to the right. So you're looking away from the arm that's circling. It comes down. When it comes across to the other side, you're going to look over your shoulder. So the arm goes all the way around the clock, and the head looks in the opposite direction. You're getting a little bit of neck movement along with the shoulder movement. Same thing applies if you have any shoulder issues and you can't do a full circle right now. Don't overdo. Be respectful of your shoulder's limitations until you heal if you have an injury. And then stop and pause here. We're just going to roll over to the side and then come to all fours. So here's where you might want to pad your knees with a blanket if you like. And starting to come into a couple of cat-cows. So inhale, arch, and look forward. And as you exhale, draw your belly to your spine, sink your hips back to your heels. Inhale back to all fours, arch your spine, look forward. Exhale, draw the belly to your spine, hips to the heels. Again, inhale into cow pose. And exhale, hips to heels. One more time like that. Exhale. Come to sit on your heels for just a moment. You can tuck your toes and get a little foot stretch there if you like. And then let's get a little stretch for the wrists. So just taking your left fingers to the right, pressing down, stretching the forearms. Switching to the other side. It can be helpful also to give yourself a little stimulation here in the base of the thumb, a little massage, and go to the other side. So helping to stimulate your digestion in the morning. There are some nadis there, some points that are good to stimulate early in the morning. And then interlace those fingers and press the palms out. If this is too much on your toes, you might want to untuck now. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale down to the top of your head. Inhale and press up. And exhale down. Inhale, press up. Exhale down. One more time. Exhale down. And then go ahead and twist the arms. So as if you're opening two doors, twisting up and down from the shoulder socket. And then bring the palms together and circle, a couple sun circles. Inhale and exhale. Really opening up that chest now, big circles. Let's do one more. And exhale, come back to all fours. Step the hands forward a little bit from the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, press down through the base of the index finger and the base of the thumb. Tuck those toes, lift the knees off the ground. Come into this bent knee, downward facing dog. Let your head drop. Maybe start to straighten one leg and then the other. So you're walking that dog. You're stretching through the backs of the legs. It has been said by some that if you have time to only do one pose, maybe it's downward facing dog. Lift up onto the balls of both feet. Stretch those toes a little bit more. Lift those hips up high. Exhale, sink the heels down towards your mat. Anytime you need a break, you can bring the knees down into child's pose. Here, inhale forward to plank pose. So, if your dog was kind of short, you may have to walk those hands forward so the wrists are under your shoulders. Mine was just about right today. As you exhale, draw the belly in and shift back to down dog. So we're going to move back and forth between these 2 points. As you inhale, come forward to plank. If this is too much, you bring the knees down. Exhale, draw the belly to the spine and push the floor away back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. We're building some heat now. Inhale to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. We're going to come down this time. Knees down. Lower onto your belly. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Untuck the toes. Hands down by the ribs. Take a breath or two. You can turn your head to the side if it's more comfortable. Now go ahead, roll the shoulders back and down again. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the shoulders. Exhale, turn the head to the other side. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Come into another cobra pose. Exhale, turn the head to the other side. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time, exhale, draw the belly in, sink the hips to the heels. Come back, child's pose. Stretch those arms. Breathe. And start to lift your head up. Come back to table. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. From here, we'll walk the hands to the feet. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. You can bend your knees as much as you can. You might not be as stretched out yet. It's still early in the morning, right? We're not really warmed up yet. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway, one more time. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips back, and inhale to rise. Come to stand in mountain pose. Exhale. Notice how you feel. If you're starting to feel a little bit more wide awake, and you can come to the top of your mat. I'm going to come to the center of mine just so you can see me. My head's not cut off. Opening the palms outward, relax the shoulders down, press the inner ankles to the outer ankles. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale to your right, little half moon. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, reach those arms. If you feel okay with it, maybe you lean back a little bit into a slight back bend. And then exhale, release the arms down and come into your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend the knees and come to rise. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to the left this time. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center, maybe reach back behind you. And exhale, let the arms go, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose, arms sweep out to the side. We're gonna inhale as we rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. Stop and pause. So from the top of the mat, we're going to come into a high lunge. Step your right foot back into that lunge. Big step back. Front knee in line with the ankle. Inhale the arms to rise. High lunge. Stretching the front of that back leg. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now we'll go ahead and reach the left arm forward, right arm back. Turn the back heel down. We're going to open into warrior two. Stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to face this direction so you can see a little better. So watching that front knee in line with the ankle, draw the belly in, lengthen through the tailbone. Warrior two, pause. You can rest your left hand to the front thigh and start to circle your right arm. So a couple more arm circles here. You can allow the gaze to follow if you like. Just opening up the shoulders this morning. We did the wrists, we did the ankles, we've done the shoulders, a little bit of hip. We've got some more hip opening here. And then next time you circle, let that right hand come down to the right thigh behind you and reach the left arm over your ear. Big breath in, reverse warrior. And then exhale, come back to warrior two. We're going to take the front forearm to the thigh and sweep the right arm down and up and open the chest to the side. Side angle pose, pause. Open that whole side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale, circle that hand down to the floor now. Turn the back heel up. We're back to a lunge, but now we're in more of a runner's lunge. Keep your left hand to the left thigh and twist to the left. Maybe reach that right arm to the sky, twisted lunge. Keep pressing to the ball of the right foot. Don't let that right hip fall down. And then exhale that hand down. Step the back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees, chair pose. Inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. Pause. One more side. So hands to the hips, step the left foot back. We're going to find that high lunge on the other side. Left foot back, right foot forward, knee in line with the ankle. Inhale the arms to rise. Nice big breath here. Stretch that leg, breathe. Another in-breath. And exhale, open the back foot, open the arms into warrior two. Draw the belly up and in, lengthen through the tailbone. Maybe you sink a little deeper. Find that strength early morning. A little energy here. And then rest the right hand on the front thigh. We'll circle that left arm forward, up, back and down. Maybe allow the gaze to follow. Always do my shoulder circles in the morning. Next circle, let that arm come back down to the left thigh and reach the right arm over your ear. Big breath in. Exhale back to warrior two. Pause here, take the front forearm to the front thigh. Elbow in line with the shoulder, spin the chest open to the front of the room, towards the camera, towards your computer. Sweep that left arm over your ear, side angle pose. Breathe here. 3 breaths. Opening up those hips. Then circle that arm back down to the floor. Turn the back heel up. You're looking forward now in this lower lunge or this runner's lunge. Right hand to the thigh, twist to the right. Maybe take the right arm to the sky. And exhale that hand back down. This time, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Pausing here. Then bring the knees down, shift the hips back to the heels, child's pose. And walking the hands back to under your shoulders. Press down to lift all the way up. We'll shift our hips to the sides. And from here, come all the way back onto your back. We're almost finished with our early morning practice. Allow your arms to rest by your sides. Knees are bent, ankles in line with the knees. So we're going to come into a bridge pose, a couple bridge poses. So root down through your feet. As you inhale, you're going to start to lift your hips up. Lift the spine off the floor. Reach the arms over your head. Then exhale and slowly roll the spine down. Hips come down, arms come down. Root down through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your spine, reach your arms. Exhale, slowly roll down, hips come down, arms come down. And then this time, let's go ahead and turn the palms up. Root down through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your spine, walk those shoulders underneath. Maybe you stay here with the palms up. Maybe you clasp the hands into the tailbone. Lift the chest towards the chin and the chin to the sky. Lengthening through the neck, rooting down through the feet. Nice big early morning back bend. Hold it for another breath or two if you can. If you need to lower, you can slowly lower down. Use those quads to lift up, and when you're ready, release the hands. Slowly release the spine, release the hips. Let the knees go side to side, and one last little hip movement. And then take the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side like Baddha Konasana, only we're in Supta Baddha Konasana. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take a moment to breathe here. Notice how you feel. Check in and see if your body needs anything else right now in the time that you have. And if there's some other movement that's calling out to you, perhaps you take that. If you have time, maybe you take the arms out to the side and come into a twist. Bringing the knees together on one side. We sort of started with our twist this morning. Take the knees over to the other side. And then deciding how you're going to end your practice this morning. So we always hear that we should end in Shavasana, and it's good to integrate the practice. But you don't want to lay down for a long time in the morning until, you bring that tamasic state, that sleepy state back into the body. So maybe you just lay here for a few moments and notice how you feel. Or maybe you transition to seated meditation. So if you'd like to lie here a little bit longer, I invite you to do that. If you're ready to come up, you can slowly roll onto your side. Walk yourself up to seated. Maybe find that meditation cushion or blanket. Come to sit in a comfortable seat with a long spine, rooted down, perhaps taking a mudra of your choosing. Maybe it's the index fingers to the thumb. Or if you need a little more grounding this morning, you can turn this down and curl your fingers under. Perhaps closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Always take a moment to check in with the body, the mind, and the breath. Noticing the effects of your practice. So I invite you now to sit for a few minutes or several minutes of meditation before you start your day. You could set a timer or bring the hands to the heart and simply end your practice. Thank you for joining me. May you have a wonderful day. Namaste.